Watch the armpit and take some questions from the audience. This is like, while waiting for a question to come. This is low carb diet. You sit like this, your chin all cranked up. Someone asked if I'm not doing any sport, I shouldn't eat carbs that day, right? Well, what else are you gonna eat? What else are you gonna eat? If you don't eat carbohydrate, what else are you gonna eat? You eat more fat and more protein. Get even heavier. It baffles me. But everyone says that. Not everyone, but 99% of people say that. If they read a few nutrition books, they're like, oh, but if you only eat carbs on the day you do sport, and then on the days off, you should eat, I don't know what to eat. More fat, more protein. I'm trying to get lighter, but I'm gonna eat more fat and protein. It just doesn't make any sense. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So yeah. Here we go. Thoughts on bananas. This is driving me bananas. Apparently the bananas every day are toxic due to GMO. No banana is GMO. If someone can link me down below to a GMO banana that's being sold currently in the world, I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that at all. Let's go check some. You know, just hilariousness. No, it's not what I was expecting. Oh, far out. It's just hilarious, man, the beliefs. Thoughts on smoking weed once in a while. It's not good for your lungs, man. If you want to do THC, do THC drops. Don't do smoking. Not good for your lungs, man. Not good for your lungs. My thoughts on the wind space wheels. I've been using the hypers. I rate the hypers at 38mm. I like shallow wheels because where I ride, I need aero product. I need the most aero wheels out there because Adelaide's really windy. So I go shallow. The shallower, the more aero it is. I don't race in a velodrome, so I need aero product. And for me, aero product is shallow section stuff. So wind space, the Hyper 38, so I reckon the best carbon wheel on the market. If you want a set, use my code durianrider10. You get 10% off. I get a small hit. It's a win-win. Do you ever hold your farts in for hours? Yeah, I'd do it for days, bro. I haven't farted. I'm holding it for the last few months, man. Even. How do you get rid of an ITB issue? Stop training. Stretch out your glutes. Stretch out your glutes and roll your ITB gently. And look at your cleats. You want to have your cleats on the bottom of your shoe. Make sure that they angle towards the toe. So then your heels are in. Your heels are out when you're pedaling. You're gonna have a lot of pain, right? You're gonna have a lot of pain. So you want to have heels in. Heels in, buffing the crank almost. Otherwise you're gonna have issues with your ITB. And don't run. Just relax. I'm eating Thai vegan food. Fantastic. Hopefully it's oil free. Thoughts on chickpeas, too much protein. Chickpeas are very high in protein in terms of their macro, but depends what your goal is. If you're trying to gain weight, eat more fat. If you're trying to gain weight, eat more protein. Simple as that. Smash it in. Smash it in. Why don't you grow some veggies in the yard? I do. I've been growing veggies for 2 decades in my any yards, you know. Always got some sort of edible in my yards, for sure. Love the Norton's video, Harley. Waiting to see you beat your PR. I'm going to come over from the UK and ride it one day, for sure. I mean, Norton Summit's not a hard climb. It's, you know, I like Norton Summit because it's a very social climb and it's always someone to race with and a bit of banter. So that's why I like Norton Summit. But it's not a hard climb. I can ride Norton Summit with no hands. It's not a tough climb at all. This is a bit little ants entered the chat. Ant has entered the chat. It's an Australian ant. No, it's left the chat. So yeah. How many times did you take a dump a day? Yeah, 4 times a day. It's sort of normal. You know, high fiber diet. You should be dumping many times a day. It's just healthy for your colon health. Organic bananas and dates. Hey Harley, I eat whatever tastes good, and that's generally going to be organic, but not always. There we go. Just angle this tripod here using a glass jar. What type of training do you do on the bike? Do you do any interval training? Nah, I haven't done intervals for like, I don't know what. What's the last time I did interval training? I find it boring. If something's boring for me, I lose interest real quick. So for me, I do Strava. I don't believe in intervals, I believe in Strava. So if you want to see what training I do, just follow me on Strava. It's all there for the last 12 years. Everything I do. So I don't do intervals. I race. I'll race any day of the week. I love to race. That's my favorite. Whether it's racing on Strava or racing on the road or an official race where you pay $50 and you're racing with 3 people or whatever. A race is a race for me. If it's an A to B, it's a race. As long as everyone else knows about it. Thoughts on polyester shirts, toxic to your skin. Yeah, man, like you shouldn't wear clothing. Like no clothing is healthy. But yeah, clothing can protect you from the sun. Clothing can protect you from injuries, from crashes, or if you're living in the snow. But we're not designed to wear clothing, are we? Alright, so no clothing is healthy. But then again, it protects you from the sun, so what do? You can use organic cotton, stuff like that. You can use an umbrella. If you weren't training, here we go, this is sort of basis of this video. If you weren't training, would you still eat sugar? Alright, Nick. The question is for you, Nick. The answer to your question is yes, I would. Now the question for you, Nick, if you weren't training, what else are you going to eat? If you're not going to eat sugar, aka carbohydrate, what else are you going to eat? And what is the goal? I'm assuming your goal is to be, super low body fat, super lean. So, which is not everyone's goal, but that's a lot of people's goal who watch my stuff. They want to lose weight. So if you're not going to eat sugar, what are you going to eat? That's the question. That's the question for Nick. Please answer, so we can dive deep in that one. Should runners high mileage eat more protein due to the training load? Well, most runners are trying to get really, really skinny. And so if you're trying to get skinnier and have less weight, eating more protein doesn't help with that. Will the 24-hour outdoor record go down in 2021? I'm not sure. It's, what's that about? Running or cycling or swimming? I think outdoor. I guess that would be running or cycling. How's coronavirus in Adelaide? It's just a flu, and it's business as usual in Adelaide, pretty much. How much does Nullarbor white cost? It's pretty cheap, man. It's about $1 a kilo. I remember when you gave it to at the Mossman markets for using sprays. Which Mossman markets? Was that Mossman Sydney or Mossman in Queensland? Someone has a good memory, better memory than I have. Thoughts on Cole Robinson and the snake diet? Cole Robinson's. He's fat. Okay, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that if he was a cyclist, people would be like, "What are you doing with us? Like, you're fat. Get to the back. You're going to get dropped. Don't hold us up at the front." And I'm not being mean. All right? I'm just saying. Just like if I went to a powerlifting competition, and they're like, "Dude, you're like 75 kilos. Like, you're in the wrong class. This is the 120 kilo class. Like, we're all big fat bear men," and that's fine. I'm just saying, if your goal is weight loss, why would you listen to someone who can't even lose weight themselves? And he's telling you to starve yourself. The dude's not even in shape. He's got zero cardio fitness, not zero, but his cardio fitness is very poor. Like, what's like weight loss? Why would you take weight loss from a guy like that? Now, I'm not saying he might be a really great guy, but his program is stupid. I'm saying, so I don't know the guy. He might be a legend in real life, but I'm saying he's out of shape. He's giving weight loss advice. Why would you listen to that? And you have to starve. It's like stupid. Had any fractured bones, surgeries due to injury. Did my collarbone when I was 8, but that's about it. Do I consider fruit ideal fruit for training? For sure. Fruit's fantastic. Dates are fantastic, for sure. thoughts on structured training. I don't believe in structured training at all, because, you know, life happens. You know, what if you get an argument with your boyfriend or your girlfriend the night before, you know, or you skip a meal because you're traveling or you're a bit sick, and then your coach is like, all right, you got to do 5 hours tomorrow. Like, no, don't do that. Like, structured training is stupid. It's stupid. When you feel like it, go and train hard. And when you feel like training easy, train easy. Listen to your body. Following some random plan, it's okay if you're like a pro athlete and all you do is train and you have no partner, you just really, you know, you're in a training camp, and that's going to be a bit different, all right? But for everyday people, it's stupid, it's illogical. It's logical, and the reason why I'm so fit is I don't do structured training. Right? My training basically is if I feel like smashing it, I'll smash it. And I generally do that on a Saturday and a Sunday. The rest of the time, I'm cruising. If the universe gives me someone to race up a hill, then I'm racing. If they don't, I'm going 100 watts. So I guess you could call it sort of structured in a way, but it's very loosely structured. It's not rigid. But then again, it could be considered rigid, because if I'm going up a hill and someone comes past, we're racing. You know, even if I get dropped in the first minute, I'm still going to keep going all the way to the top. That's this universe saying, you need some intensity today. Let's do it. So yeah. How many days off a week should you have? As much as you want. If you don't want to train, don't train. Right? And if you want to train, train. Simple as that. And over time, you work out what's enough, what's too much, things like that. Don't push yourself if you don't want to be pushed. Like, don't. Just sit back and chill. You know what I mean? Sit back and chill. Like, sit back and chill. Like the other day, I was going to do a 200k ride, and I did 100 k's, and I could feel my ankle a bit. It's a bit sore. And I'm like, I want to do 200 k's today. I really wanted to do it, but this ankle was a bit sore. I won't do it. Didn't do it. You know. And for the last 12 years, I've had like every month I do a 200k ride. So it's a bit of a habit, a bit of structure. But my body said no, so I'm like, okay, no worries, won't do it. So have as much time off as you want. You know. You know, you want to say just chill, man. You just want to say just chill. I've got this written here. I've been riding Duros for years, thinking about switching to one of the others. There's no benefits between Shimano, SRAM, and Campag. It comes down to what you like the feel of it in your hands. All right. I like SRAM. I like Shimano. Campag, I don't like how it shifts. I don't like ETAP. It shifts very slowly. You know, I like Di2. I like SRAM Red Mechanical. So yeah, there's no benefits really to either one. It just depends what you like. How much time is spent in Malaysia? How would you rate it compared to Thailand, Philippines? Malaysia versus Thailand. Malaysia, the visa's a bit easier to get. It depends what you're looking for. Angry Vegan's nasty, so he's after some lady love. I would say the Malaysian women, most of them speak English. Thai, not so much. But I'd say they're both great places. I'd say go to both of them, see what you like. But yeah. Alright, we got this one here. Fasting for Lent. No meat, only veg, and feel great. For sure. Hey.
Hello.
Nick. Yen's back as well?
Yeah, everyone's back.
Alright, we're going to wrap this one up, gang. We'll come back later on.